Way Jones, raw and uncut.
Yo, what up, my people? I'm not gonna start this vid off like I normally start off, you know, my other vids off, for the simple fact is because this is just a little quick message I wanted to deliver to my people. In other words, the people that really rocks with that boy, Lamont, that way Jones, this way. This is for those people, and I just wanted to, make this message as brief as I could. I was, like I said, like I say on a lot of my videos, how I tell my people how I, when I do decide to go through, you know, um, multiple tabloids or whatever, especially when it comes to media, I guess I could say, or social media, just put it that way, or just media, period. Um, Except for mainstream media. And the reason why I don't do a lot of blogs on a lot of the stories that the mainstream media cover is because, I know for a fact that the mainstream, if all mainstream, outlets covered certain stories, that lets me know in a certain sense that, you know, these stories that are getting covered by these major, media companies are pretty much falsified to a certain extent. You dig what I'm saying? And anybody who knows or has really done any of their research or homework when it comes to mainstream media, or should I say fake news, if you will know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Anyway, you guys, I just wanted to make this blog because I recently made a blog about, when it comes to, wearing masks. But see, I wanted to clarify what I was really trying to say when I did, make this blog when it came to wearing masks. See, when if you're gonna, like I said on my last blog I did on this, if you're going to protest, okay, you got lots of people. I mean, you got hundreds and thousands of people that mob together during these protests, okay? Okay, it's bad enough that this disease is man-made, you know? Then on top of that, you call it a conspiracy theory all you want, but I've always, you know, when it came to how I think and how my mind, brain, or whatever you want to call it, operates, is I've always thought when it came to this type of thing that it was pretty much meant to kill off a certain amount of people. And now let me clarify that. The reason I say that is this. People, let me explain something to you guys. There is a depopulation agenda in full effect right now, whether you want to believe it or not. All you got to do is look up Agenda 21, okay? I've been figured this out years and years ago. That's why when this pandemic, or should I say plandemic, as Dr. Judy Mikovits would say, but that's a whole different topic. When I already knew, that's why I already knew when this pandemic first came out what time it was. You dig what I'm saying? But let's still not get it twisted and fall for the okie doke, like I was saying. And another recent blog that I did concerning this topic. That's why coronavirus cases are starting to spike again. See, my people, you can't continue to let, the powers that be continue to pretty much outsmart you, if you will, okay? And the reason I say that is this. Think about when the cases were starting to decline. Notice when cases were starting to decline, that's when the situation happened with George Floyd. think about what I'm saying. And they already knew. That's why, in a sense, I'm just gonna say, before I say this, I'm gonna say allegedly. I believe that was in some sort of way planned, okay? Much as I hate to say that. And the reason I say I hate to say that is because you'll be surprised a lot of innocent people that had to lose their lives just because, the powers that be were trying to fool the masses into thinking that this type of stuff or things just pretty much naturally happened, if you will. And believe me, when a lot of stuff like this happens, when it comes to the George Floyd killings, that's something that you just don't really see, or you wouldn't should not have to see in a country they called America, the land of the free, home of the brave, where they give liberty and justice for all. But if you call that liberty, see, and back to what I was saying, see, that happened. The reason I feel like it happened is because, like I said, cases were starting to decline. And they knew that was going to pretty much outrage the black community, okay? These people knew this. Now, these are just my theories, allegedly, okay? Let's get that understood. Because, like I said, you don't have to believe a damn thing that I say, okay? But that's still not going to change the way that I think just because, somebody else doesn't agree with what I say, okay? Anyway, with that being said, that's one of the main reasons why I believe the cases were really starting to pretty much spike, because they knew people were going to be so outraged behind the senseless killing of George Floyd, to the point to where it was eventually going to cause, pretty much an outrage, when it comes to, the black community pretty much getting sick of, losing their lives to these racist rogue cops, if you will. You see what I'm saying? And they knew behind it, like I said, it was people were gonna start to go, against the grain when it came to protesting, along with the rioting, looting as well. Dig what I'm saying? And they knew that people pretty much wasn't gonna give a damn about wearing anything over their faces. Pretty much, they knew pretty much that people were gonna pretty much forget about this pandemic, COVID-19, that was going on at the time, because they was gonna be so enraged or outraged, however you want to put it, behind this. Think about what I'm saying, my people. But when it comes to people trying to arrest people for not wearing a mask, that's a whole different story, and I'm about to clarify that as well. Now, this leads me to a blog that I was watching recently. There were two women of color, black or whatever you want to put it, or whatever. They were being arrested because they refused to wear a mask. And believe it or not, they were actually on their way to a city council meeting that was, I guess, pretty much had to be open to the public so they could voice their views and opinions on how they felt about, should the city, or should I say the rules of the city when it came to wearing masks, should it be mandated, or should the people have a choice to wear them or not, basically, in other words. But okay, so I feel like, okay, if they're there for this particular reason, why would you arrest them for that? See what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to wearing masks, you gotta know what type of mask you're wearing on top of that, because these people are so crafty when it comes to pretty much outsmarting and swindling and bamboozling the masses. And this goes for whites as well. That's why when I see white people that feel superior, when it comes to the racist ones that feel superior towards people of color, sometimes I can't do nothing but, scratch my head on when I run into this type of person and have to deal with this type of behavior from these type of people. See what I'm saying? Because they don't know, man. A lot of these rules apply to them too, unless they're rich or come from some type of royalty. You're pretty much gonna be looked at as another one of the masses, okay? And they know this, think about what I'm saying, my good people. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. Look, I'm all for the mask thing if I know I'm gonna have to go out to a public outing, say like a store, any type of store, I feel like you should definitely wear one in there because you got so many different people from all walks of life that goes in, like especially when it comes to the grocery store or even a damn gas station, for that, matter. Okay. Now, with that being said, my people, I also feel like, okay, if whenever I go outside, I'm not wearing that damn mask outside, okay? And the reason I say that is these are the options people should have. If you're gonna go to the extreme lengths of actually arresting somebody for not wearing a damn mask, then you should at least give them the right to whether wear one or not if they're outside, okay? Because like one of the ladies was saying, like, this is a communist move, like China. See what I'm saying? Y'all are pretty much taking our rights away, when it comes to wearing a mask. And like I said, I'm all for the mask, only, to a certain extent. And what I mean by that is, look, only way I'm gonna agree to wear that mask, okay? It's like I said, if I'm out in a public place, like a grocery store or a convenience store, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or if I have to, for those who are lucky enough to still have a job, it's most definitely important to wear one there because, like I said, you don't know where your co-workers have been or who they have been around since you guys, happen to have gotten off the day before. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, the point I'm trying to make is this. If you're going to make masks mandatory, at least specify, you know what I'm saying, how, mandatory you plan on making these to an extent. At least let a person know that, hey, okay, you're not gonna have to wear the damn thing 24/7, okay? Even though a person should have a right, because I feel like the lady was saying, I agreed with her when she also stated that she felt like the only people that should have to wear masks are the people that are sick with COVID. And in a way, I agree with that. And the reason I say in a way is because, okay, that's correct to a certain extent because, okay, but still, you got to understand, even if that person who's sick have to wear one, you're still going to have to look at who that person has been around before they realize they had it, since they claim that you can have it and not even know it. So, that's why I only halfway agree with that because of that part. You dig what I'm saying, my good people? Anyway, with that being said, I also feel like a person, should, you need to put certain limitations on these, the so-called mask rule or law that's going on right now. And another way that I only way that I will wear a mask is if I know I'm about to be around a whole lot of different people, or if I know I'm gonna be in a crowd, especially when, like I was saying, when it comes to protests or just any other type of crowd. Period. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely wear one then. But if I'm in the comfort of my own home, no. And even if I'm just outside, I'm not going to deprive myself of breathing in the oxygen in the air that the Heavenly Father Most High provides from us, through the trees and just, the forest, period. There's no way I'm going to deprive myself of that, while I'm outside. Because if I'm outside, I'm not wearing a damn mask, okay? I'm sorry. You dig what I'm saying? But anyway, don't forget, my good people, if you're going to wear a mask, or I feel like if they're going to make these mask things, pretty much mandatory, don't deprive a person of, whenever it comes to them deciding if they want to wear a mask or not, when damn well they know the consequences if they don't decide to wear these masks in certain places. because the only way I'm going to decide to wear a mask outside is if I'm around a lot of people, especially when it, like I said, when it comes to the protesting, you dig? Other than that, I'm not wearing a mask outside. With that being said, my good people, just make sure you make the right choice when it comes to your health. Till next time, my good people, peace. Peace out.